Over a millennium ago, in the scattered islands of Japan emerged a class of noble warriors, the samurai. Their existence was bound by a code of conduct, a code of honor known as Bushido. This code emphasized loyalty, bravery, and moral righteousness in service to the Lord and society. It dignified their way of life, molded their character, and defined the essence of the samurai. This is the story of the Samurai Code. Embedded within the fabric of Bushido was the principle of loyalty. The samurai swore an oath of allegiance to their lord, acknowledging his authority and promising to serve him to the best of their abilities. This obligation to their leader was paramount, transcending all personal attachments. It was an unbreakable bond, rigid in its structure yet fluid in its essence. Bravery, another significant component of Bushido, was a virtue that the samurai held in high regard. They were trained to face each battle, each trial with a valor that came not from the absence of fear, but from the mastery of it. They understood that true courage entailed not recklessness, but the steadfast commitment to uphold their principles, even in the face of adversity. At the core of their existence was their moral righteousness. Without moral values, they believed that they could not serve the society justly. They were taught to distinguish between right and wrong, good and evil, and to follow the path of righteousness at all costs. This unwavering commitment to morality embodied their nobility, driving them to protect the helpless and safeguard the peace of the society they served. Bushido emphasized self-discipline and self-control. The samurai were trained to master their desires and emotions, to exhibit restraint in their actions. This discipline enabled them to channel their energies towards their objectives, nurturing their holistic development and strengthening their character. The samurai honored the codes of etiquette and manners, essential aspects of Bushido. These codes, though seemingly ritualistic, were designed to promote harmony within the society. They created a blanket of mutual respect that connected individuals and communities, uniting them in their quest for a peaceful and prosperous coexistence. Their conduct in warfare further defined the samurai code. They upheld the principles of fair play, respecting the lives and dignity of their enemies. While they fought with fierce determination, they also acknowledged the humanity of those they battled, embracing the paradox of the warrior, to be both a ruthless combatant and a compassionate protector of life. The samurai's commitment to continual improvement was bolstered by their reverence for knowledge and education, significant components of Bushido. They never ceased learning, for they believed in harnessing the power of knowledge to navigate the complexities of life and become better servants to their lords and society. Despite the intimidating facade of the armor they wore, the samurai understood the fleeting nature of life. This knowledge connected them with the beauty of existence, urging them to embrace each moment with mindful grace and appreciation. It restored their sensitivity, beautifying their perspectives, and deepening their overall wisdom. Their relationship with death was unique. They didn't fear it, for they saw it as an integral part of life, a reality that imbued their existence with a sense of urgency and purpose. They practiced relentless self-evaluation, continuously seeking to improve themselves, knowing each day could be their last. The samurai code of compassion humanized their warrior role. While they were trained to kill when necessary, they were equally dedicated to preventing unnecessary bloodshed and fostering peace. Their ultimate goal was to serve and protect, embodying courage, integrity, and selflessness in their daily lives. Bushido fostered the sense of community among the samurai. They worked together, relied on one another, and forged a bond born out of shared trials and triumphs. This sense of unity bolstered their strength, creating an unbreakable force capable of facing any challenges that came their way. The code instilled in them the spirit of benevolence. They served their community, not just in the capacity of warriors, but also as patrons of art, culture, and societal progression. They truly demonstrated that pure strength is not measured solely by physical prowess, but also by the extent of one's compassion and generosity. Despite their ferocity on the battlefield, the samurai valued tranquility in their personal lives. They sought spiritual fulfillment, striving for harmony of body, mind, and spirit. They appreciated beauty in its various forms, be it in nature, art, or human relationships, using this appreciation to find solace and restore balance in their lives. The samurai code celebrated individuality. Each warrior strived to express his unique capabilities and to contribute meaningfully to the collective success of the clan. They rejected the notion of uniform excellence, acknowledging and respecting the differences that enriched the fabric of their society. The concept of service to society was deeply ingrained in their ethos. They understood their responsibilities as protectors of the commoners, the guardians of peace. They imposed generous taxations on the wealthy and offered welfare to the needy, showcasing their commitment to the well-being of their society. Their art and culture, laced in the principles of the samurai code, reflected their multifaceted identity. Their martial arts, tea ceremonies, calligraphy, and other practices were more than mere rituals. They were embodiments of the essential elements of life taught by the code: discipline, harmony, balance, respect, compassion, and tranquility. Nevertheless, the codes were not without paradoxes. Courage often wavered in the face of calamity. Discipline sometimes succumbed to personal desires. Yet, the samurai viewed these contradictions not as inherent weaknesses but as opportunities for growth and development. More important than the inherent perfection of the principles, they believed, was the persistent pursuit of their ideals. Over their centuries of existence, the role of the samurai evolved. They transformed from the guardians of the emperor into bureaucratic officials, offering their services to the daimyo, the provincial lords. The proliferation of firearms during the Edo period brought about the decline of the samurai warrior. They shifted from a martial class to a steward class, emphasizing on governance and administration. The fall of the Tokugawa shogunate marked the end of the samurai. The establishment of the Meiji Restoration in 1868 eliminated the feudal system, along with the traditional samurai class. However, while their era might have come to an end, their spirit and the essence of the samurai code continue to live on in the cultural ringlets of Japan, inspiring generations of Japanese with its principles and ideals. The Bushido has traversed time, crossing the boundaries of history and transcending the realms of warfare. Resonating within the ethos of the Japanese, they upheld these principles to navigate through the tumultuous times of the past while upholding their regality. Today, these principles continue to influence modern Japanese society, shaping individual and communal behaviors, morals, and philosophies. The story of the samurai is more than a chronicle of an ancient warrior class. It is a testament to the power of moral codes in shaping society, individuals, and attitudes. It is a saga of endurance, of how traditional values withstood the tides of time and history. The life of a samurai might seem distant to us now, but the essence of their code-a-terre pursuit of honor, valor, and justice is something we can all take to heart and inculcate in our lives. All great societies throughout history have venerated warriors. But Japan went one step farther. It categorized, codified and celebrated the warrior ethos, making the samurai the embodiment of national pride and identity. Their experiences, teachings, and the legacy of their code endure, echoing the eternal qualities of resilience, honor, and sacrifice that transcend any specific time or place. Today, as we ruminate on the past and anticipate the future, we are urged by the spirit of Bushido to be better versions of ourselves. Since the warrior class is no more, we are now all representatives of its legacy. Now, the path of individual development, societal usefulness, and spiritual transcendence, the path of the warrior, lies open for each one of us to tread in our unique ways. It is here that the spirit of the samurai lives on, not in the form of a military class trying to retain the traditions of a bygone era, but in every individual who chooses to live by a code of honor, courage, compassion, and moral righteousness. The path of the samurai is no longer exclusive to a select few, but open to anyone who's